Hi everybody, what's up? We've got some crazy news to go over. Critics' Choice Awards. Nominee, Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series, the guy who plays ARONDIR in The Rings of Power. From the Amazon Studios Twitter, it says, "Congrats to The Rings of Power Ismael Cruz Cordova for being nominated for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series at the Critics' Choice Awards. This is clearly a desperate attempt by Amazon to inject relevancy into their dying show. A show where they have had to rewrite and rework season 2. They had one of their best characters, Adar, quit and be replaced by another actor. And because he said he wanted to explore new things. And then they hired 6 more actors to add on to the cast. Some of them we probably won't care about whenever that show does air, if it ever does. But this is a new low for Amazon. I can't think of any other reason that they would nominate this guy for a Critics' Choice Award other than Amazon being like, hey, do us a favor. This guy's performance is horrible in The Rings of Power. It's awful. Do you see his face right here? Like, that is the face that he makes the entire show. Just confusion and constipation. Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe either or, I'm not sure. But he really does not have much going on other than this. And the reaction is pretty much what you would expect. There are a couple of people who are like, oh, he's so deserving. You did it. You brought this show back to life with your amazing performance. And then this person's like, he is literally the worst actor in this train wreck. The others are good, but the horrid writing makes them look worse. This guy is just all terrible in general. In my opinion, he's not the only actor who's bad. I think there are many others in the show who are bad. I'm not sure what he means by that. But other than that, I agree. And this person says, Tolkien would roll over in his grave for how you've butchered his books. Bring back the wilds. And I'll tell you why this is absurd that this guy is getting a nomination. The whole show, he's not doing anything. He's just walking around, standing around, gawking at this girl who is doing all of the hard work while he just kicks a rock and closes a gate. And besides that, he's just standing and giving constipated, confusing looks the whole time. Him walking around, I mean, this is just the majority of his performance. Meanwhile, they're putting this guy next to actual legends like this. If you don't know who this is, well, this is Giancarlo Esposito, I believe that's how it's pronounced. And I've seen him in so many things, including Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. The role that he plays in that show is amazing. And he's being nominated for Best Supporting Actor as well. But next to the guy from Rings of Power. I mean, really, do you think either of those characters are comparable? Okay, if you're not convinced yet, let's take a look at the third guy who was put on the list. This guy. Do you know who this is? Daemon Targaryen from House of the Dragon. Hot D. Do you think that ARONDIR is going to beat Daemon Targaryen? Do you think ARONDIR is going to beat Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad / Better Call Saul? And that's not even the worst of it. I mean, you've got other awards being given to movies that are completely undeserving, like this one. From the MCU, the Direct Twitter, Multiverse of Madness has been awarded Best Movie of 2022 at the PCAs, beating The Batman with Robert Pattinson, and Top Gun Maverick, which is probably one of the most highest grossing movies of the year. One of the most critically acclaimed films of the year as well. You're telling me that Multiverse of Madness, which is a botched, chopped up piece of fan fiction, I should say, where it just completely steps all over the main character, undermines him, and lets the strong female characters take charge of the whole movie? You're telling me that beat The Batman and Top Gun Maverick with Tom Cruise, where they use actual fighter jets to show off the coolest scenes in the movie? That's insane. I'm not sure what is going on, but something tells me that there are shenanigans afoot, because this should not be happening. I can only imagine what the next year's Oscars are going to be like, because I'm just seeing that these terrible shows and movies are being put at the forefront. And for what? They're being praised for nothing. I mean, Rings of Power is one of the most awful shows I've ever seen, and that many other people have seen. It doesn't matter how many people watched it. I guess if Rings of Power was the only fantasy show out there, I guess I could understand why they put this up. It's up against actual monsters like House of the Dragon with wonderful performances, especially from Patty Considine. Like, most of the cast did extremely well in their performances, and they're written well. Rings of Power had none of those things. So why are they giving one of the most boring characters a nomination? I mean, even Adar, whose actor quit recently, Joseph Mall, he was one of the best characters, I think. And I mean, it is saying very little, but he was. Why didn't they nominate him when this dude just stands around doing nothing? Standards in Hollywood have clearly fallen to a new low. It's extremely disappointing. Discouraging, I imagine, for filmmakers who put so much work into their shows. Imagine being Ryan Condal, who made House of the Dragon, and you're being put next to Giancarlo Esposito, and you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Like, he's a great actor. I mean, he's got a great reputation. Me being there, I mean, it's such an honor. And then you just see this dude, just like, wah. But despite that icky feeling, I hope you all have a beautiful day. Like and share this video, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I hope to see you all again next time.